Oh, you know what? Before we do that, before we get going on, you know, I should take a moment and I should introduce these wonderful people to you and their instruments. So, over here we have Mr. Bill Trigg on various percussion instruments. Now, Bill, we'll just very quickly show them what you're playing. Your main instrument here is the vibraphone. He also has a very cool instrument called the flexitone. It sounds kind of like this. That's kind of a spooky instrument. Yeah, it's very cool. And he also has an instrument that's kind of like this, but it's a lot bigger. It's called the guiro. Exactly, just like that. Now, Thierry, our resident guitar player. Would you mind shredding for us just a little bit there, Thierry? Now, Thierry, yeah, very good. Thierry gives us a nice, solid background to all the stuff that we're playing. He kind of lays the foundation that we play all of our weird sounds on top of. Now, next to Thierry, we've got Ben playing the saxophone. Just like that, very good. Our resident expert of Middle Eastern music, Mr. Tom Chess. Now, Tom's kind of special here because he plays two instruments that are very different from each other. His main instrument here is called the oud, and it's kind of like a guitar, but kind of different at the same time. So that's kind of cool, right? Yeah. But he also has another instrument that I absolutely love, and it's a kind of flute called a ney.
Ney.
Now, next to Tom is Erica. And what instrument does it look like Erica's playing? Everybody? A violin, exactly. Now, what does that sound like? Now, the guy playing the really weird instruments is Skip. Now, Skip, the cool thing about the instruments he's playing, he made all of them himself. These are all homemade instruments. Now, the instrument he's holding right now is something, it's kind of like a cello, but it's kind of not. It's called the Styro Cello. Because we use this big styrofoam box, and it has only one string, but he plays it just like you'd play a cello. Now, Skip has a couple other instruments here. This is an instrument from India. Believe it or not, this instrument is called the goop goopy. The goop goopy. And it works like this. And he can play it with a bow, but he can also pluck it with his fingers. And you'll probably notice he does both of those things with the instrument. Yes. And the final instrument, this big thing on the floor, this is the cannon, or the canoon. Skip will play. And last but not least, also playing an entire arsenal of homemade percussion instruments, this is Martine Urbach. So Martine, Martine playing the trash drum set. An entire drum set made out of trash. That's pretty amazing. So, we are now going to continue with part 2 of The Raven.